Welcome, Faithful Transportation, to our first video staff training since our big training last week. It has been a great first week where we have had, I believe, new school districts starting every day this week, culminating next Tuesday where we'll be at full capacity. So I am super excited for the school year. We've never had such a big start to the school year with both depots running at full speed. So very, very excited for this upcoming school year. Feel very grateful to be working with you all. And this staff training is going to be mostly housekeeping because of all the changes and things happening this school year. So Faithful Transportation, our mission is that every student feels valued and has a safe run. And our core values are safety, professionalism, and connecting first, which we'll do a mini training at the end of all this housekeeping. So very first order of business, as I'm sure you are all aware by now, Bev very abruptly decided to move on from her dispatch role. She made that decision very quickly on Monday. If you have any further questions or feel like you need to discuss it, feel free to come see me directly. We certainly wish her well on her next venture. She was with us for over 4 years and certainly wish the best for her. But if you have any questions, I'd ask that you talk to me directly and I will tell you what I can, and we can move on from there, because I am very, very excited to let you know our plan moving forward with Hector coming back as the AM dispatcher. He previously was driver, trainer extraordinaire, PM dispatcher, and now he's coming back as the AM dispatcher. So he'll be getting you started in the morning and leaving at about 10 or 10:30. And then for the rest of the day, Denise is going to continue in her role as PM dispatcher, but she's going to be taking over some of Bev's former responsibilities with regards to scheduling and van maintenance and other things. So very, very excited for the team moving forward. Love having Hector back, and very excited for Denise's expanded role. Because she's been great in PM dispatch for a while and is ready to grow. So great start to the school year. Secondly, if you have changes to report, please report them directly to Jen. So changes with your run sheets. So as you're getting started, oftentimes our information is not the best, or our information is wrong. Maybe there's a road closure that we don't know about. Maybe it takes 10 minutes to get between stop 2 and stop 3, and we've accounted for 5 minutes. Please let Jen know those things right away. It is very important that we have accurate run sheets for you, for any potential substitutes that runs that van. And also we use our run sheets to keep track of both mileage and billing. So it may seem easier to just, do it yourself and pick up that student, 3 minutes early every morning or 5 minutes late every afternoon and still get them to school on time. Please come back and report that to Jen so we can have an accurate run sheets. And as a reminder to the veterans, this, but there will be changes for the next 4 weeks or so, especially for the next 4 weeks or so, with students starting and stopping and moving off and on and things like that. We try to keep them to a minimum because we value the relationships that you're building with the students right now. But there will be a lot of changes in the upcoming weeks. Usually by the first week of October, things have settled into a rhythm much more so than right now. So thank you for coming along for the ride. Thank you for doing your dry runs. I can't say how proud I am of the team so far with what you've done with the school year so far. 2 more announcements. Number one is make sure that you are checking your van equipment and that it is installed correctly. So, like we said in the staff meeting last week, James is still not here. He'll be coming back hopefully sooner rather than later. And he was our equipment guy. So we're relying on you to make sure that you have the right equipment in your vehicle and also that it's installed correctly. If you have a question about how it's installed, please let us know right away before you run. We'd rather be out there and making sure it's installed correctly than you pulling up to a stop and finding out that it's not installed correctly and that a child's unsafe. Last announcement, tomorrow, Liberty, our friends 2 doors down, it's their last day in the office there, and they're going to be moving to a new location in Mannheim, and they have a moving truck that is going to move a lot of their furniture. And so they are asking everybody, we are asking all drivers to park in the front lot just for Friday to give them enough space for them to move their all their stuff out. We'll miss seeing them. Everybody who works there is super, super friendly. So if you see them, say goodbye, but also make sure that you are parking out front to give them the space that they need. Okay, so our one training tip for this afternoon is with regards to student contact. So when we hope that you make a strong relational connection with the student, and oftentimes students, especially the young ones, want to give you some type of physical affection, whether it's a hug or a high five or a fist bump. If a student wants to give you a hug, the best thing for you to do is to lean over. If you're the driver, lean over with your shoulder, and they can kind of give you a shoulder pat or something like that. What we don't want you to do is put your arm around the student, even if it's like, of course, for the drivers here would be an innocent touch. But if the student comes off the vehicle and their parents looking in, and you have your arm around them, you could potentially touch them in a spot that they feel is inappropriate. So we want to make sure that we are not putting our arms around students, but that we do kind of welcome them by leaning into them so that they can give us a hug, because that does build that relational connection. But it also signals to anybody watching that, hey, I'm leaning in relationally, but I'm being very, very conservative and safe and respectful physically by just leaning in and letting them kind of hug your shoulder. Okay, that is it for today. I'm looking forward to a great week next week. And once again, fantastic first week of school. Love having everybody back in the office and love being busy. Have a great one.